Professor. Thank you again. Thank you so much for your
Thank
participation.
you very much for inviting me.
Of course, anytime, Professor. You honored us. Thank you. Okay, now we will continue with our actually the previous speaker. We would like to welcome Professor Dr. Mohammed Saftar Bhatti, who is an ALT expert with 29 years of IELTS and TOEFL teaching and training experience. He is a linguist by profession, teacher, trainer, researcher, and international keynote and plenary speaker by experience. He has published 80 research papers in numerous international peer-reviewed research journals, authored 4 books, and has supervised extensively. He has conducted and attended scores of ELT workshops and seminars within the country. He has been awarded honorary doctorate in ELT and applied linguistics by an American university due to his remarkable services in the field of ELT. He is a recipient of multiple national and international awards and gold medals in recognition of his outstanding academic achievements. Currently, he is teaching in the Islamia University of Bahawalpur, Pakistan. We welcome Professor Dr. Saftar Bhatti. Welcome, Professor. Can you hear me? You're muted, Professor. Yeah, your mic is muted, Professor. We cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear Professor. Welcome.
And my screen is visible to you, sir?
Yeah, we can see your presentations too.
So nice of you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to everyone. This is Dr. Mohammed Safdar Bhatti from the Islamic University of Bahawalpur, Pakistan. First of all, I would like to thank the ORP organization for taking me in their conference as a keynote speaker. Especially, I thank this organization because they are working a lot to boost up the standard of this academia. And the topic of my today's talk is a comparative study of writing scores in IELTS and PTE and investigation. And that is a brief sketch of my talk. Dear audience, English language proficiency plays a pivotal role in today's globalized world, enabling individuals to effectively communicate, succeed academically, and pursue professional opportunities in an increasingly interconnected and multicultural society. As a result, standardized tests have emerged as essential tools for assessing English language skills, facilitating education opportunities, professional registration, and migration to English-speaking countries. Among the prominent language proficiency tests, the International English Language Testing System, IELTS, and the Pearson Test of English, PTE, hold significant recognition worldwide. These tests are widely accepted by universities, employers, and immigration authorities, making them crucial gateways for individuals seeking to prove their English language proficiency. English is being learned and used all over the world. It has become a lingua franca and a language of greater opportunities. It also exercises a great influence on the elite class of the country. Its knowledge is a successful passport for employment. Both the oral and written skills are essential for learning a language. Learning a second language is never easy. Students must wrestle with new vocabulary, rules of grammar, and sentence structure, idioms, pronunciation, and more. Some people seem to catch on much more quickly than others, as writing is a productive skill and its main concern is to give an insight about grammatical rules and composition writing. So the secret of becoming a good writer is to write, and keep on writing. If we talk about the importance of English language, that is an international language, a window on the world, personal passport, the language of science and technology, the language of higher education and examination. It's having a very good market value, and the language of high courts too. Writing is an important marker of any language. It is not an optional extra, rather, it is the only means of judging from primary to higher level. So, its importance cannot be denied both inside and outside the classroom. Despite the significance of writing skills in multidimensional aspects of life, this skill is taught in the most disappointing manner, and in this way, fundamental writing skills are diminished. The role of teacher in writing is supposed to monitor and diagnose the grammatical errors and mistakes of the students properly. Mostly people said that they would practice writing more, but they need a native speaker to correct their writing, or it is a waste of time. It is noticed from the past that teaching writing skills is really tough and time-taking job. The students and the teachers feel difficulty while writing argumentative essays. In Pakistan, this problem has remained unsolved yet. We can say that it is an issue needs to be solved. But from the last few years, some interesting ways have been introduced to teach the skills of essay writing. So we need some more logical methods of teaching which can enhance students' motivation in their IELTS classes. Comparison of between this IELTS and PTE scores. Dear all, in today's globalized world, English proficiency is pivotal. IELTS and PTE renowned language assessments play a key role in evaluating language skills. White basically states, within the context of these language assessments, the writing section is of particular interest and importance. Proficiency in writing is highly valued in academic and professional environments as it reflects one's ability to articulate ideas, construct arguments, and communicate effectively through written means. However, it has been observed that there are variations in writing scores between the IELTS and PTE tests, warranting a closer investigation into the factors contributing to these score disparities. Writing skills are vital in academic and professional settings where clear and coherent written communication is essential. A disparity in writing scores between IELTS and PTE could have significant consequences for test takers, impacting their opportunities for educational advancement, professional registration, or migration to English-speaking countries. Thus, understanding the factors underlying the scores differences is crucial for ensuring fair practices. Basically, writing is generally considered challenging skill for learners of a second language. As Lee and Wang argue, it is a complex process that demands a combination of both linguistic and non-linguistic knowledge. Writing is also used for various communicative goals. It is a powerful asset operated by language users to reveal expertise and share genuine data in clearly readable text. Writing is also regarded as an intermediary activity in which a composing process is run to accomplish different tasks. These issues accentuate that the assessment of this skill entails multitudinous complications and impediments. Close security of the traditional writing assessment approaches accentuates the fact that they utilized summative evaluation to provide the decision makers with information on the learner's ability to carry out writing tasks. The main aim of the study is through a thorough analysis of writing scores in IELTS and PTE and an investigation into the underlying factors. This study aims to provide valuable insights that have practical implications for the test takers, language testing organizations, and educational institutions. By enhancing our understanding of the disparities in writing scores, we can contribute to the continuous improvement of language assessment practices and ensure fair opportunities for individuals seeking to demonstrate their English language proficiency. By conducting a comparative analysis of writing scores and investigating the factors leading to score disparities between IELTS and PTE, this study aims to contribute to the understanding of the similarities, differences, and challenges associated with the writing sections in these two tests. The findings have practical implications for the test takers, language educators, and test administrators, and can contribute to the continuous improvement of language testing practices and policies. If we talk about the significance of the study, that will be helpful for the IELTS and PTE students and for the teachers, and definitely the students will learn the art of self-correction too. The objectives of my study were to motivate students to acquire the skills to write well, to identify the students' problem with writing English, to persuade the teachers for using new techniques of teaching, to understand the purpose of writing both in IELTS and PTE. My research questions were, is there any statistically significant difference between the writing scores of PTE and IELTS taken by the same individuals? Does automated scoring have any impact on the differences between writing scores of PTE and IELTS? Or do the different assessment criteria in PTE and IELTS lead to differences in writing scores? Do different task types result in differences in writing scores? Is there any difference between test takers' attitude towards IELTS and PTE writing tests? What are the IELTS and PTE instructors' opinions about the writing section in each test? The hypothesis of my study was writing tasks are more valuable than other tasks for teaching writing module to the IELTS students. Effective teaching of argumentative essays can bring improvement, enhance and boost up the ratio of productivity in students' learning of writing module. Now I would like to move towards the literature review. Dear all, basically IELTS examination consists of 4 distinct modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. It offers 2 distinct modules, academic and general training. While the speaking and listening tests are the same in both modules, the reading and writing tests differ. For individuals aspiring to pursue undergraduate or postgraduate studies or seeking professional registration in fields like medicine or nursing, the academic module is the appropriate choice. On the other hand, if your goal is to migrate to an English-speaking country such as Australia, Canada, New Zealand, or UK, or if you intend to pursue training or studies at a level below a degree, then the general training module is the suitable option. Now I would like to move towards the PTE. Dear all, the PTE academic is a computer-based test that evaluates English language proficiency specifically for effective communication in academic environments at the tertiary level. This 3-hour examination is designed for intermediate to advanced English learners and assesses their ability to comprehend, produce, and interact using both written and spoken English. These language skills are essential for successful participation in coursework and engaging with the targeted educational setting. 100 students and 10 teachers from Sibling Academy of Quality Education for IELTS Teaching and Learning, Bahawalpur, Pakistan participated in this study. A questionnaire for the teachers and interview for the students were used as a tool to collect the data from the respondents. It was a survey type of research based on quantitative and qualitative approach, and random sampling was done. And these are the results and the data analysis collected from the students' interviews. And that was a questionnaire used for the collecting the data from the teachers. Now, before summing up my talk, I would like to give you some suggestions and recommendations. Dear all, this study set out to investigate the factors influencing writing scores in the International English Language Testing System, IELTS, and the PTE, 2 prominent English language proficiency assessments. Through a combination of quantitative and qualitative methods, this study has unveiled several key findings that shed light on the complexities of writing assessment in these tests. This study has contributed to a deeper understanding of the factors influencing writing scores in IELTS and PTE. The findings emphasize the multi-faced nature of language assessment and the importance of considering a range of factors that go beyond language proficiency alone. The implications of this research extend to test takers, instructors, test providers, and researchers with potential impact on test preparation, curriculum development, and test design. As the field of language proficiency assessment continues to evolve, it is essential to consider the implications of this study in developing more effective, fair, and reliable assessment practices. Additionally, the limitations identified in this research open avenues for further investigations, which can further enrich our understanding of language assessment and contribute to the ongoing improvement of English language proficiency testing. These were some references from which I got the help. Thanks for joining me, and any question, please. That's all, dear sir, from my side. Actually, I am working as an IELTS trainer for the last 3 decades. So on the behalf of that, I have seen that most of the individuals are going to take the IELTS test, the result is different. When they are going to sit in the PTE test, the result is different. That's why I have chosen this topic. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation, Professor. Is there any questions or any contributions? Okay, there seems to be no questions for now, Professor. Thank you again. Thanks so much for your presentation.
So nice of you. You're welcome.
Of course, anytime, Professor. So now we will continue to our next guest speaker.